hello. Happy Wines Day. Super excited for this week's Wine 101. We're going to talk about Syrah today. So for those who don't know who we are, I am Tiara, aka T, your wine diva. And then today we have a special guest along with Miss K. Go ahead and introduce.
I'm Kay, and I'm here to talk wine and all things fine. And we have Mikey here, so say hi. Well, I was like,
hold on, I can put myself.
There we go. Say hi. So I was hoping she'd be napping, but that's not the case. So we're going to talk a little bit about Syrah or Shiraz, just depending on what you want to call it or where you're coming from today. So Syrah, also known as Shiraz in Australia, but Syrah mostly everywhere else. Actually originates from Rhone, France. So it comes from actually two obscure grapes. The first one being Durazza, and then the second one being, and my French is horrible, Mondois Blanche, or Blanche, I guess. Yes, and they're both from southern France, which is down in the Rhone area. Syrah is darker than Cabernet Sauvignon, and it actually has more antioxidants to fight all of those bad things and keep your skin nice and fresh. So if you want some fresh skin, make sure you're drinking some Syrah because it's got all of that resveratrol in it. And there's actually New World and Old World Syrah. So if you're talking about New World Syrah, that's going to be pretty much anything that's not in the Europe region. And you're going to find that the Syrah from the Old World is going to be a lot more earthy, a little bit more acidic, and it's going to have a little bit more of like an earthiness to it that's like herbaceous. So you're going to get a lot more aromas like that. Syrah is completely different than Petite Syrah. So if you hear Petite Syrah and you think that it's Syrah, it is not. Petite Syrah is actually a completely different grape and it has a different flavor. So it's not the same thing. Apparently she wants some Syrah.
Mikey.
But the Syrah grape actually has such a thick skin that when a winemaker, after he picks it, what he actually does is he cold soaks the grapes for a while to make the grapes easier to actually make wine from because they're so thick and high in tannins. So the thicker the skin, usually the higher in tannins a grape is. So that's a little bit about the history of Syrah. Sorry, girl. You're not getting any Syrah tonight. Maybe later, kind of, breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It only takes a few sips and doesn't pump them down. So that's basically a little bit about Syrah. And then we're going to get into sipping it right now. We can talk about some of those flavors and all of that fun stuff and getting into the pairing.
All right. So as far as our sipping goes for tonight, we're going to be doing the Joy Cellars Jubilant. And yeah, I haven't opened the bottle yet, so we can go over that whole thing. So I use this easy like wing corkscrew. It has a nice little top on it, so I can foil cutter, so I can cut the foil. Easy pleasy lemon squeezy like so. I need to figure out where my camera is. And then stick the screw in, and let's put the bottle down before I do all that one-handed. Aw, yeah. So I know this particular wine has had like a cult following in the past. So I'm super excited to try this year's vintage. I had last year's vintage like a week or two ago, and I was like, this is amazing. So I'm excited to try this one. Up goes the weasel, the best sound in the world. All right. And so I actually had chilled this wine before this live and pulled it out probably 30 minutes or so ago. So it should be right around cellar temperature. All right. So, well,
I've never swirled with my left hand, but apparently I can do it.
Hey, look at you doing the stuff and the things. Love it. Love it. It's all
delicious.
All with practice, yeah? So we first.
I don't know if I practice that much with my left hand, but I guess,
it happens. It works itself out.
I think it's like riding a bike,
Yeah, exactly.
Just figure it out.
Make it work. All right, so I've got a little white card with me right now so I can take a look at the color of the wine. So I'm just going to tilt it a little bit, and you look at the edge of the wine to really determine the color, not the center. So I would say this is like a garnet. Would you call it garnet?
I don't have a white paper in front of me, but I would say purple, but
purple.
I don't know.
Purple is a technical term. I don't even know. I'm not the sommelier here, so.
Ruby, maybe?
Ruby? I feel like ruby's darker than.
I don't know. I really don't have a white paper. I'm doing this over brown table, so.
It's dark, y'all. It be dark. That's where we're gonna go with that one. It be dark.
I feel like I set myself up like really good today, and that's like literally the only thing I don't have is a white piece of paper, and that's honestly the only way you can really tell. So if you guys go to nice restaurants, the reason they have white tablecloths is so you can actually see the color of your wine. Fun fact.
Fun facts in the house. All right. As you tune in, y'all, please, please, please say hey, drop it in the comments, give us some love. And, if you know anyone that enjoys wine, please bring them along on this journey. Invite them to the live because we love to just like talk to our friends. All right, so we see it, we swirl it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then we're going to smell it. Ooh. It's like a very rich.
I feel like we haven't smelled anything like this in a really, really long time.
Yeah.
Like it smells expensive.
It smells expensive. That's exactly. That's why I'm like, A lot of like dark fruit.
A lot of different, like there's a lot of complexity. That's what I mean when I say it smells expensive.
Yeah, it's like richness to it, a smokiness to it.
Yeah, like cigars.
Yeah.
Tobacco.
Cigars or like a campfire. It smells like I should be sitting in front of a campfire eating the like chocolatiest, like ooey gooeyest s'more right now.
Did you say knitting?
Knitting? No. Sitting.
I thought you said knitting. I was like, what the hell?
What's up, Krista? How are you? No, not. I am sitting and like by a campfire eating a berry chocolatey s'more. That's kind of what I feel like this smells like. I'm trying to be like Chris. That's my attempt.
Well, the knitting part, I was like, okay. I mean,
yeah. Knit. I love it. I love it. All right. So I would also say like blueberries, blackberries.
I always smell boysenberries when I smell Syrah. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because that's one of the flavor, or one of the aromas, but I love boysenberry syrup in my pancakes, with my pancakes. So like, that's kind of what this reminds me of, is like buttermilk pancakes and syrup at IHOP.
That sounds so good. I like it. I like it. I'm down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Chris, are you cooking anything today, girl? She is like one of my chef friends. All right, all right. So we've smelled it. On to the best part. The most important part is the sipping part. Mm. I was actually expecting it to be more fuller in body.
I think it's pretty full in body. I think the acid might be confusing you.
Could be. I don't know. It just feels lightweight on my tongue.
Yeah, maybe.
Me gusta. And it's like, it says served room temperature, but I have like a slight chill to it. And I think that gives it a little bit more opportunity to kind of showcase some different flavors to it. This particular wine is 85% Syrah, 15% Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's got a little bit of that cab punch in on the back end there.
I think it has good acid too.
Yeah.
Like medium plus.
Yeah, medium plus. It's deceiving in the fact that, like, I mean, it's like 13.8% alcohol, but I would expect a little bit more of a burn. And it might be that I'm also catching a cold. So I don't, my like taste buds might be like completely off. But yeah.
I taste the burn. That's like funny. Well, it's not funny. I mean, we have two different taste buds. So it's like, I feel it going all the way down. I'm getting over a cold. So maybe like that's it. We're just like on opposite spectrums right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I had some like pho earlier today, so I could just like try to like burn it all out with like all of the like jalapenos and like sriracha and everything. Just like, all right, let's get it out of my system.
I did that with Tom Yum Kai.
Asian food, Asian soups, friends. Will solve all the problems if you're not feeling well. Right. That'll just help you forget that you're not feeling well. Yeah, so very like, there's like a little bit of like, I taste the smokiness, very silky tannins. It's not very like astringent on the side, like, you know, the side of your cheek.
I know.
Oh, Mikey. This would have been, I made some mulled wine on my last live, and this would have been, I feel like, great in the mulled wine.
I wouldn't want to put it in mulled wine because it's just so good.
Yeah.
I feel like mulled wine is like, this is okay, but I'm gonna throw it in a crock pot.
Fair enough.
I'm a shitty person like that, so you know.
No, I totally get it, because there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, this would be good, but then I'm like, but I like to drink it by itself. And there usually is what I go for is like, all right, these are the wines that I'm not like, I have to have by themselves, or I totally adore, or anything like that.
But you know what's funny? I think it's what you really love, because I won't cook with any wine that I won't like drink. So I would totally cook with this.
Yeah.
I just don't think I like mulled wine enough to put this in mulled wine. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
I've never had mulled wine that I've been like, oh my God, this was amazing. Well, that's not true. In Austria, we had mulled wine and it was pretty freaking fantastic. I have no clue what they did to it, but it was delicious. So maybe if I had that recipe.
Yeah.
But
maybe not. Let us know in the comments, friends, like, is there something that you are currently drinking on this evening? Or are you cooking for Thanksgiving?
I feel like everybody is cooking right now for Thanksgiving. There's probably not even anybody on right now because everybody is cooking. Or they're sitting in traffic, horrible traffic on the 405. or they are at the grocery store. I'm getting my groceries delivered to me from Whole Foods right now. Not enduring that madness.
That's the way to do it. Or I was gonna say, or they're stuck on 95. Like, oh my gosh, I feel like that is probably the worst traffic. Like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is like the worst time ever to drive anywhere. Oh my gosh. I think typically it should take about like maybe 2 hours from when I was living in the Fairfax area to like get to Richmond to go like, see my parents. And I think one year it took like 4 or 5 hours. It was redonkulous how long it took us to get there. And like Jay and I traded at one point. And I think I got home at like 1 a.m. and my mom was like mad at me. She was like, "Why are you so late?" And I'm like, "If you've seen traffic, you would know why I'm so late."
Right. I think it was the same thing from Orange County home one year. Like I lived in Orange County. It usually takes about 45 minutes, an hour. It took me 3.5 hours to get home. And I was just like, it was the worst traffic ever. And Matt works right next to LAX. So I'm sure I won't see him tonight until like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
She is knocked out.
Knocked out, baby. Yay. Mikey's first Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah.
She threw up in my hair earlier. I'm sure everybody wanted to hear that.
Oh, yeah. The joys of a newborn.
I got a shower and I washed it.
Yeah. Mama got a shower.
Now she's drinking some wine. And I'm about to get down on my like charcuterie board.
Ooh.
Because I'm just making one for myself tonight and I'm drinking wine.
I love it.
And I got new olive wood bowls from Trader Joe's.
What is it? Olive, like the color olive, or do they taste like what do you say?
we're gonna get into this really quick.
Teach me the things.
And next week we'll make sure to keep this very short on here, and all of this wonderful banter will go into our wine club group. But I'm about to like blow people's minds right now.
Blow my mind.
There's this group. It's a Trader Joe's group, and I feel like I knew all things Trader Joe's before I got into this group. And now that I'm in this group, I'm like, oh, I spend so much money there. But hey, Chrissy, I miss you. Come watch my baby for me. But anyways,
watch Becky get free wine and snuggle.
In this group, there's like these olive wood boards, and I've never seen them in my life. And actually, I have one right here because I bought two. I'm like, can I grab it without waking her up? So when they came out, they come in like different shapes, and they're only $30. And people are like, "Oh, that's expensive." It is not expensive for boards, yo. Like I like legit work in an industry where people pay like $100 and some for a board like this. So this is what an olive wood board looks like.
Oh, one of those. $30?
$30.
What? Oh my God. Mom needs to like buy a bunch and add resin to it and like sell them for like 200.
So like literally they're sold out everywhere pretty much. So those are like super cool. And I tried to get another one at another Trader Joe's, and they only had 10 in stock. And when they were putting them on the shelves, this lady was there and she took all 10 of them with like 4 or 5 of us like standing right there. And I was like, man, she's a beast, savage. Anyways, we're not
about her. My Black Friday mofo.
But then Trader Joe's came out with these.
Oh,
their boards are like bowls that go with. I mean, you don't have to put it with it, but they're freaking awesome when you have like a charcuterie board to have something like that. And I'm somebody who likes aesthetics. And so I'm like, all the things I can do with this, like all of the pictures I can take. So I bought these, and they have like different ones in different places. But I literally had a friend call me today and be like, yo, I found the bowls because we couldn't find them for a while. She's like, do you need me to get you some? I was like, I got them yesterday. So that's my rant about Trader Joe's. And if you're not part of that awesome group and you want to be, let me know.
Is it the Olive Group or whatever?
No, it's Trader Joe's for busy moms.
Fair enough. Solid group.
You definitely don't have to be a woman or a mom to be in the group. So if you like Trader Joe's, just let me know.
I love Trader Joe's.
We'll make it happen.
Oh my gosh, we need to restock on burrata. But speaking of like charcuterie boards and stuff, what would pair well with this wine?
Okay, so this is my third bottle of Jubilant.
Today?
Not today. I'm not sad to admit it. And, you know, thinking about the pairings of this, I feel like it should be really simple, and it wasn't simple. I tried probably 16 or 17 different cheeses before I found the one that I was like, yes. And like literally, I tried 2 or 3 cheeses and I like get it right. But my pick is a Saint Felician, or like if you say it in French, it's probably like Saint Felician or whatever. But it's similar to brie, but it's a bold cheese. So brie is actually a mild soft cheese. I think soft cheese goes really well with Syrah. But this is actually a bold soft cheese. And when I first tried it with the brie, it just doesn't hold up well. This wine's too complex. It needs a complex cheese to go with it. So that's what I picked. And I got it from a specialty cheese store. But you can probably find something similar at Trader Joe's. The Saint Andre from Trader Joe's is a soft, bold cheese, which would probably pair really nicely with this. But it needs something like soft but bold, and sometimes it's really hard to find.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because a lot of soft cheeses are usually milder, like goat, cream cheese, like brie. There's tons of other ones I can like name, but I don't know how to say them. Because, I can't speak French.
That's not
all. Like I have the worst.
That's me speaking French, friends.
I've been told that I speak French like an American, and I'm like, I am.
Is that supposed to be an insult? I don't know how that.
I think it is an insult, and it's like, if you're gonna go to France, like work on it. But I'm like, at least I'm making the effort to speak French.
Right.
Like I'm not doing it perfect, but I'm sure somebody from France came to America. They might speak English like a French person. Just saying, but it's okay.
It's okay. We'll survive.
So yeah, I would definitely say a soft but bold cheese. And if anybody knows of any soft cheese that's bold outside of that, like let me know, because this was a fun wine to pair. It was hard, and I had the same thing with Tempranillo too. Mm-hmm. So yeah. And once it paired, I like finished that whole bottle and with the cheese, and it was incredible. It's got some really nice nutty flavor to it. Which is nice with this one.
Yeah. Love it. All right. I'm going to take another sip.
But outside of that, I think like Syrah in general, pairing it, there's a lot of complexity to it, a lot of like spices, and a lot of different flavors. So you need to find something that's going to complement it really well and not overpower it. So you need something that's very subtle. Mm-hmm. Maybe not subtle, but something that's going to bring out the subtle flavors of this wine. Does that make sense? So like an Indian food would probably go well with this because it has a lot of different flavors. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Or even like French food, they use a lot of herbs, would go really, really well with that. So wine or vodka soda. Those are both my 2 favorite drinks. So
yeah, those are my go-tos, to be wholly honest. Vodka soda.
You come over here, Chrissy. We drink vodka sodas and we let our kids run amok.
I do vodka soda when I'm like out or whatever, and then wine is like when I'm like relaxing at home.
I used to only do vodka soda when I went out until I had 2 of these. And then there's just days where I'm like, damn, I need a vodka soda.
I have like 2 bottles of what's the green bubbly water in the thing or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use this to make vodka sodas because they were like on sale, and then I haven't opened them. I think we're out of.
I know what you're talking about, but I like literally have no brain right now.
Like Perrier or something like that.
Yeah, Perrier sounds right.
Yeah, I'm like, we're out of vodka, literally staring at a bottle of Tito's right in front of me.
I'm never out of vodka. I think I have like 6 or 7 bottles of vodka at my house.
Love it.
crazy considering like we don't. I mean, we may seem like alcoholics considering how much wine we have, but compared to every other, we probably have 3 bottles of Di Serono, and then like 1 of everything else because you never know when you're gonna need bourbon or whiskey or like cognac.
I'm like looking at our like liquor collection right now. And I'm like, because I like when I make mulled wine, I like to like jazz it up a little bit with like whiskey. And I'm like, all I had was Crown Royal, and I really wanted like either like Honey Jack or Fireball to like give it a little extra kick and spice, but did not have that. And I'm like, what is our repertoire looking like? Ugh.
We have Honey Jack, but Fireball doesn't stay in our house. I swear, like anybody comes over, that's what they want, and I don't know why because it's disgusting.
I feel like it's right now. It would be perfect on my throat because like my throat is super super scratchy, and it's got like I don't know, it's like a nice the syrupiness of it. Like I feel like it coats your throat a little bit to like help it out, and the cinnamon gives it a nice burn and burns away the sickness.
Yeah.
I'm making sure.
Okay.
You know, alcohol also kills all the germs, so I'm feeling better the more I drink. It's great.
I think Syrah would go great with barbecue too. And, you know, we got to talk about barbecue because my stepdad goes down with his barbecue. And I think Syrah is probably one of the best things with barbecue.
We just got some bone sucking sauce. That stuff is fire. It's not Charlie's barbecue sauce, but like if you have a Whole Foods, I think it's at Whole Foods.
Charlie doesn't make his own barbecue sauce, so.
I feel like he's
his own rub, but not his own barbecue sauce.
Yeah, but the bone sucking sauce is pretty fire. Christy says that Fireball is good for shots only. I mean, it's good for taking shots. I don't make drinks with it because it's got besides mulled wine, like it's got such a powerful flavor that it just doesn't mix well, I feel like. So yeah, mulled wine, and then like if I'm doing like a hot toddy.
I'm down with that. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah. For the team. What do you think for tomorrow?
I think that's it on Syrah. I mean, there's tons more on Syrah, but we're not going to get into all of those things.
Yeah.
But I think that gives you like a good little synopsis, a little background. I mean, I think with this wine, especially like talking about pairings, a lot of it is just figuring out how to pull out different flavors in the wine with different foods.
For sure. Delightful.
I mean, this charcuterie bar that I'm about to get down on is going to have all the things. I'm probably going to have to open a few other bottles of wine, though.
Maybe you'll go live in the Basic Wino community as you make it and talk to people.
I could totally do that.
Yeah.
It might be really late, so there might not be a lot of people watching, but anybody who's still cooking or bored or whatever can totally jump in, and I'll just go live and have some fun in the Basic Wino group.
Yeah. So if you're not in the Basic Wino group, you should be, because there's pairings and fun things over there. And then we are coming up with a Basic Wino wine club group. So if you are a member of the wine club, then you get to go in there. That's where we're going to house all of our fun extra stuff, our workshops, replays, and all that jazz hands always. And I don't know, whatever we feel like doing. Jay's walking around in Ninja Turtle pants, and he got a fresh cut. Look at him. Look at him. Come here, babe.
Hair still red?
No, it's not red anymore. He looks like a normal human. Oh my gosh. Look at you, handsome. Look at you.
I like how Justin never really says anything. He just is there.
He is there. He let me, so my show this weekend, he came, not yesterday. Was that Tuesday? What's today? Today's Tuesday. He came on Monday, and I don't know what life is.
It's a short week. It's confusing for everybody.
It's confusing. And so like that, because we opened on Sunday, which is definitely not a normal thing in the theater world. We usually open like a Thursday or a Friday, and it was like a quick run. Like I like rehearsed for a week and we opened. Like technically rehearsed for 4 days. And so he came on Monday, and they like were like, oh, would you like to do like a review of the show and like let us know on video like what you thought? And I was like, yeah, he does. And he was like, no, I don't. And I was like, yes, he does. And I made him like talk about the show. It was funny.
Did he look at the camera or did he stare off to the side?
The guy put the phone in his face, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it was a very interesting show. It was sad. It was really really sad. It made me think a lot."
Why would I not look at the camera?
I feel like Justin does this thing when he's talking. He like looks to the side, like somebody's there. Donuts.
Oh, there's a big ass paper towel on it.
Wait, you're whacking me in the face.
Don't worry, it's worth it.
Oh,
Pretty donuts.
Yes.
pretty donuts. So what are they?
I think mine is a very strawberry something.
As he takes a bite.
I forget what yours was called.
Are you gonna bring it to me?
Filling.
It has filling.
I mean, you guys can't share. You have your donut and she has her donut.
You have different flavor profiles. So like he likes the berry stuff, so he's already taken a bite out of it. But
Well done.
maybe.
For the dainty bite.
It's got like a lemon. I just want to taste the icing. The icing's got like a lemon kind of flavor to it. It's got fruit on it.
Justin, have you ever been to Colorado Donut in Eagle Rock?
I have not.
You have to go and look up their Instagram after.
Challenge accepted.
He has a donut blog on Instagram. It's Dat Doughboy.
I haven't done anything.
But he hasn't done anything with it in a while. You haven't even taken a picture of these donuts, I bet.
No, he just ate them.
I have enough pictures from the first time I went to know my friend.
But he was for a very solid, like, I feel like 6 months, he was going to like eat at different donut places and taking pictures and like rating them and all that kind of stuff on his Instagram.
No, I did like
5.
but I prepped like 10 others.
You prepped them, you just never posted them?
Yeah.
Well, this looks like it's got peanut butter in the filling. That's dope.
I'm very particular about my donuts, and I feel like what people think are good donuts usually aren't. I'm not talking about Justin. I'm talking about all those people who are like, oh my God, have you ever had Duck Donut?
That was me.
Thankfully, that doesn't work for
I really appreciate Duck Donuts because it's hot.
It wasn't hot when we got them, and they weren't very good.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I have your wine slushy?
My wine slushy, yes, you can, but there's mulled wine in the crock pot if you'd rather have that.
Well, you have wine slushies and mulled wine and a bottle of wine open.
Yeah. This is how we do the holidays over here.
No wine shortage over there.
He made me the wine slushy. It's got spinach in it because we're healthy sometimes.
Okay.
I think it works really well. It's like
I mean, the spinach, you can taste it. It's got a lot of berries. It's more like a wine smoothie than a slushy.
Yeah,
I feel like I always taste spinach. When people say, "Oh, you don't taste the spinach," you totally do.
I don't want that. I wanted this smoothie.
Some of the red wines are too strong to make it a smoothie.
The smoothie.
It's not supposed to be a tart smoothie.
I love tart smoothies.
Where do you get tart smoothies?
At Jamba Juice, a pomegranate paradise, no mangoes, sunrise.
That's still sweet.
She said no mangoes though.
It don't matter.
Mangoes is where the sweetness comes from. He did. I think it's the Renegades in there, and I don't know what else he put in there. Spinach and berries. This is a good donut. I think it's like peanut butter inside, but like not normal peanut butter flavor.
I have shrimp in the refrigerator, and I have to figure out how to make it. Well, not I know how to cut shrimp, but
Like what you're gonna do with it?
yeah, I think I'm gonna do salt and pepper shrimp in the air fryer.
Ooh. It's not. No, it's cookie butter. Like Trader Joe's cookie butter. Have you ever had that? Sorry, I'm really excited about this donut.
I thought they didn't make you feel so type of way.
Well, I said, all right. So we were in the car leaving the pho place, and Jay was like, "I think I'm gonna drop you off at home so you can go live, and I'm gonna get donuts." And I was like, "All right, cool. You can get me a donut too." And he's like, "You don't like donuts?" And I'm like, "No, babe. I'm not excited about donuts."
He said, "I don't mind them."
I don't mind them. I'm not as excited about them as you are. I prefer like brownies.
Would you buy somebody something when they're like, I don't mind it?
Yeah, because I want to convince them otherwise.
Woo!
Like, yeah, you think you don't, but like you do. You know? Like, I'm like that foodie who's like, oh, you say you don't like blue cheese? Well, what about now? And then people are like, yeah, I still don't like it. And I'm like, well, that's because your palate's broken.
Jay's palate's broken. He doesn't like blue cheese. But he also doesn't like chocolate, so wine nachos doesn't help work on him. But yeah, so I was like, I don't care. I prefer like a brownie over a donut. But I like chocolatey things, so if you bring me something chocolate, I might like it. You know what I like. And he brought me a donut I really like.
But I feel like you have to try everything. So like Justin doesn't want a bite of your donut and you don't want a bite of his. Like this is where I'm lost. I only order based on what Matt's ordering.
I don't like
to make sure that we order something different so I can eat some of his.
I mean, I do that all the time. Note it, but
wait, okay. 1, I don't like chocolate. 2, I already had my other donut.
You had another donut? What was your other donut?
It was delicious.
What was it?
It was basically.
Did you have a donut and not put it in there to pretend like you only had one donut?
I see the flakes of it now. It was a blueberry cake donut. Okay.
That's like I hoard and binge at night when people don't eat.
But yeah, so
I didn't want you to be disappointed
in me. It was a good donut. I also think it might be peanut butter mixed with the cookie butter, and then that would kill Jay. And we're not trying to go to the hospital tonight.
Yeah, let's not kill Jay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
And the hospital's very busy. Very busy today.
It is a very busy day at the hospital. Where's your EpiPen?
Today and tomorrow are the busiest days at ER in the whole entire year.
Yep. I have a couple of friends that are nurses, and they're like, yeah, I like to work Thanksgiving. It's kind of fun. You're crazy.
Yeah.
But that double, triple overtime, whatever, holiday pays also thing. What did you say? Did you answer that question? Where's your EpiPen?
Under the sink.
Under the sink. Okay. I really thought you didn't know where it was. I'm surprised. All right, friends. We can stop rambling on and drinking and eating donuts in front of you.
I'm pretty sure it's been a ramble.
It's fine. All right. Have an awesome sauce rest of your Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving. Definitely reach out to your wine consultant if you have one because, excuse me, as I burp, Black Friday deals are out and about, and Cyber Monday deals are coming at you. If you don't have a wine consultant, reach out to KRI. We'd love to help you out. And yeah, so catch you next week. We're going to be talking about Chenin Blanc, and then one of those Black Friday deals might actually help you out for the following week. Just saying cheers, bubbles, something like that. Maybe you want to stock up. All right. Love you lots. Bye.
Bye.